Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Hannah and I have got another juicy video on some drama for you today. We've got some fantastic news for the anti-MLM movement because not one, but two multi-level marketing companies are going down, at least partially, that is. And in fact, this video was supposed to just be about the MLM company SEINT. I had finished the entire outline, I was about to film it, and then RODAN and Fields, another MLM company, announced that day that they're going down in the exact same way SEINT is. So admittedly, this video is going to be pretty heavily SEINT focused because that's the direction I was going with it initially. But keep in mind that a lot of the things I'm pointing out about how SEINT is changing also applies to RODAN and Fields as well. I'm not going to make an entirely different video about the RODAN and Fields situation because it would essentially be this exact same video just with a different name inserted. The MLM makeup company SEINT and the MLM skincare company RODAN and Fields both announced that they are dissolving the MLM compensation plan structure. These two companies are still going to exist. They're still going to be selling products. They're still going to have affiliates that earn a commission selling the products, but what there's not going to be is any recruitment-based incentives. People are not going to be compensated for getting other people in to the company to also sell the products and to also recruit more people. Let's talk about SEINT first. If you've never heard about them before, this is an MLM company that sells primarily makeup. They're particularly known for their makeup palettes. They're magnetic and you purchase each of the products separately, and then they come in these little pans and you snap them into the holder so that you can have like your foundation, your blush, your eyeshadow, and your lipstick all in one compact. It's a pretty cool concept actually, but from what I've seen on social media of people promoting this stuff, the quality just doesn't appear to be the best, which we'll get into. And up until now, they've operated as an MLM, meaning that people can sign up to become reps for that company. They work to sell the product and earn a commission, but they also work to find other people to come in and sell the product as well. As with MLMs in general, this can be problematic because you tend to make more money off of the people that you have recruited and their working efforts than you make on your own personal sales and your personal commissions. It's way more lucrative to recruit than it is to sell, which naturally just carries with it that ethical issue of trying to rope people into something for your own financial gain. And up until this point for SEINT, this has been known as their artist program, meaning that you sign up for the business opportunity to recruit more people and to sell the product. They've got ranks artist 1 through artist 10, and in order to move up those ranks, you must have a certain number of people under you who are also actively working the business opportunity by way of selling and recruiting. And then based on how high up in the ranks you are, the higher and higher your earning potential is because you have more and more people under you. This is a classic MLM compensation plan, but as of July 1st of 2024, artists participating in the MLM-based artist program received this email that says, effective October 1st, 2024, SEINT is transitioning our artist program from a direct selling model to an enhanced affiliate commission structure and program. If that's confusing to you, don't worry, we'll explain it. This transition signifies a pivotal shift that aligns perfectly with our vision and values. It enhances our focus on delivering exceptional beauty products that inspire confidence and happiness, simplifies the income structure for earning potential based on sales and the impact made in spreading the beauty and benefits of SEINT products. This is the longest sentence I think I've ever read. Empowers artists with flexibility to manage their growth independently and sets the stage for sustainable growth and long-term success. Blah, 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 blah. Lots of words to say. We're getting rid of recruiting. You're only going to make money off of your personal commissions. The following day on July 2nd, SEINT posts this same information to their Instagram account, but they also include a few slides to say artists will no longer receive compensation for recruiting or team building efforts. Instead, they will be exclusively rewarded through our affiliate program based on their dedication to sales and exceptional customer service. Most of our artists currently only sell to customers without building teams of their own. For this group, the overall changes will be minimal, but are expected to provide even greater rewards for their efforts right away. To support this transition, SEINT is providing a 3-month period for artists to align their business strategies towards maximizing sales opportunities. So they came out with this information on July 1st, but it doesn't actually take effect until October 1st. Interestingly, comments are disabled on this post. I don't know if they started off disabled. I don't know if people were so angry that they turned them off somewhere along the line, but I'm of the opinion that that kind of feels cowardly. Like, what are you hiding from? You're making this significant shift overnight and you're letting your reps know that they're not going to have a significant portion of their income anymore, and you're not even letting them voice their opinions about it. They might not be able to voice their opinions on this post, but have no fear. I've got several examples of different SEINT artists sharing their thoughts and feelings around this news that I will show you. So previously, there were 2 different ways to make money in SEINT. Option 1, sell the products, get a commission. Option number 2, recruit other people, build a team, and also earn percentages off their commissions as well. So this change to an enhanced affiliate commission structure means that they've just eliminated option 2 completely. It just doesn't exist anymore, or it won't as of October 1st. The only way you can make money in SEINT right now is by selling the products, which is great. That, in my opinion, is a fully legitimate legitimate and ethical way to earn some money. If you recommend a product to somebody and they buy it and you get a commission, that's great. It's that recruiting aspect that feels icky. It's the need to put people below you in order for you to make good money that just doesn't sit right. And that's what people in the anti-MLM movement don't support. But now with SEINT, that's no longer a factor. And the same goes for RODAN and Fields. Just a couple weeks after SEINT announced that they were doing this, RODAN and Fields sent out a very similar email to their own reps on July 15th that specified there will no longer be generational commissions from your downline and that recruiting will no longer be incentivized. To me, and I'm sure to you as well, this sounds like great news. 2 MLMs bite the dust, 2 less companies out there taking advantage of people. I couldn't be happier about that. However, as I'm sure you can imagine, this news is absolutely devastating for the SEINT and RODAN and Fields reps themselves, at least the ones who have built large teams and they're relying on this income that's now completely gone virtually overnight. My heart does go out to those who are forced to figure out what to do next in the wake of their income essentially being ripped away from them. How sickening is that? One day it's business as usual and the next day the rug is pulled out from under you. You got to find another way to make money now. I feel sick for them. I truly do. If we take a look at the SEINT income disclosure statement from 2023, we can see that the people in the upper ranks who have a lot of people below them are making staggering amounts of money. Artist level 6 makes $76,000 a year on average. Artist level 7, $261,000 a year on average. Artist levels 8, 9, and 10 made nearly $1 million last year on average. Those are obviously significant incomes reserved for the people at the top ranks. And on the flip side of that, we can also see that 93% of artists in the artist program fall at the bottom 2 ranks combined. These 2 ranks do not require team building and they make at most $1,000 per year on average. That's before taxes, before expenses, so basically nothing. With what we know about MLMs, the primary earning potential lies within the team building aspect, right? So I would assume that most of these high income numbers at these top ranks are generated from their downline sales, not their own personal sales. And those at the bottom ranks who are only earning income based on their personal sales are barely making anything at all. So it's not hard to see how this news about the compensation plan restructuring feels detrimental for those at the top especially, because now your primary income stream off of your downline members doesn't exist anymore. Here's how the new SEINT affiliate program is structured. They still have ranks artist 1 through 10, but you can only move up the ladder based on your monthly sales volume. If you sell less than $1,000 in a month, then you're at the bottom rank of artist 1. If you sell more than $100,000 of product in a month, then you're at the top rank of artist 10. But the only way to move within these ranks is based on your own sales. And there's an incentive to climb these ranks too. The higher you go, the higher commission percentage you can earn. Everyone makes at least 25% commission, but you have the potential to make up to 45% commission if you choose to climb the ranks or if you are successful enough at selling the products. Additionally, there's a bonus pool opportunity for the top ranks as well, where you can earn a small percentage of the company's total sales volume each month. So yes, there are still ranks in SEINT and there are still incentives to want to climb those ranks, but this new structure seems fine and unproblematic to me. I see no issue with this. This is basically like any typical commissions-based sales job where the amount you're paid relates directly to your own efforts and nothing more. For RODAN and Fields, the new affiliate structure is a lot more straightforward. It looks like everyone just gets a 30% commission across the board, no ranks, no incentive to climb the ranks. And the reps are panicking on their social medias because now they have to rely solely on their own sales to generate an income, and that's very terrifying to them, understandably. I have lots of examples of that to show you. Before we see those, because we're on the topic of beauty brands today, I would love to tell you about Typology, which is a line of French-made skincare that I have been loving the past couple months, which makes me so excited to have them as the sponsor of today's video. Typology investigates the right actives for your skin and formulates targeted products with only the essential ingredients. When it comes to skincare, I am utterly useless as far as knowing where to start or what to get. But thankfully, that is Typology's expertise. You take the diagnostic test on their website where you tell them your skin concerns, your skin sensitivity. They also take into consideration any diagnoses you have from a dermatologist and aspects of your lifestyle. And then, based on your answers, the test provides you with a deeper understanding of your skin type and suggests a personalized skincare routine tailored to your exact concerns. They make it super clear what they're recommending and why, and how the active ingredients in those products serve to address your skin concerns. I am so intimidated by the world of skincare, but Typology basically wrapped up my perfect skincare regimen with a nice neat bow on top, and they were like, here you go, use this, we've got you. These products are made in France, but they do deliver with free shipping to the US on orders of $60 or more. My quiz determined that my skin type is AE negative, and they recommended the exfoliating cleansing gel, the nourishing moisturizer, and a few targeted serums to help with my dryness, dullness, visible visible pores and dark circles. And I've also been using Typology's line of tinted skincare. This was a game changer for me. I didn't even know this existed prior to now. I don't wear makeup on a regular basis. I pretty much only wear it when I'm filming videos, but this tinted skincare I have been wearing every day because it makes me feel put together as if I was wearing makeup, but it feels effortless and weightless because it's skincare. I've been using the Typology tinted skincare instead of face makeup in my last 5 videos actually, and some of you have been so sweet in commenting that it looks super glowy on camera and asking what makeup and skincare I've been using. It's Typology. I will scream it from the rooftops. The tinted serum, concealer, and lip oil along with the glow drops are my favorites. It's that perfect no makeup look. To give Typology a try, you can head to the description box below, and if you shop over $40 using my link within the next week, Typology is going to give you a bottle of their Orange Blossom Hydrolate for free. Thanks again, Typology, for sponsoring today's video. Now back to the SEINT drama. As I was saying before, the general consensus from people at the top of SEINT is that they're devastated. This is the worst thing that could ever happen, right? To the point where they're creating these extremely dramatic, sad fishing type social media posts where they're filming themselves crying and just wondering how life can possibly go on. And honestly, I can't say that I blame them. This has got to feel like the biggest slap in the face to lose your income overnight because the company that you have been promoting for years decided to restructure without consulting you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Here's what I mean. This was posted by one of SEINT's top reps on June 29th, and it says, if you're seeing this before July 1st, are you going to spend the last 6 months of 2024 watching, or are you finally going to just jump in? This is pretty haunting when you consider that as of June 29th, when she posted this, she's still trying to recruit people into the business opportunity. She's still trying to get more people on her team because she has no idea what's coming. And then literally 2 days later, the company pulls the rug out from under her and gets rid of this business opportunity altogether. Here's what this same rep posted a couple days later. It's just a time-stamped video of her moving throughout her day after receiving this earth-shattering news.
I do feel like, God, I'm mad. Now that I mean, 98.
I really love the makeup, like product. The product is still this.
That you would even think of me, it kills me.
I truly do feel sad for people who are in her position. I feel like I would be acting very similarly. Like, what do I even do with my day? Where do I even turn? How do you even spend your time now that your job is essentially gone? I'm sure that people who have been laid off before can empathize with this on some level too, but I do believe the devastation feels even more extreme for people who are in MLMs because remember, they have this belief about themselves that they're bosses and business owners, and this is a really harsh way to have to acknowledge that you're not those things. This is not your business or your company, and you're not in charge of decisions that actually matter. You're a salesperson who's been given this kind of arbitrary status based on how many people you can recruit onto your team, and all of that has come crashing down without a warning. So I'm sure there's also some level of an identity crisis that's happening because you're no longer the leader you once were. And we can see that coming through with this post from a different rep who spent the last 8 years in SEINT.
Hi. Sorry, I'm like starting this crying, but it's just how the night's been. I just found out tonight that everything that I have been building and leading in SEINT is dissolving. And obviously I'm still trying to process it all. But I feel like over the last almost decade now, like mentorship and leadership and pouring into incredible women has become like a part of my soul. And it's so crazy to see that chapter just end and be taken from you. I honestly just can't imagine. I can't imagine like showing up and not leading and not mentoring and not pouring into women every day. And so I will be transitioning and fully leading in the capacity that I feel called to. now with Olive Tree instead of SEINT, and I'm so happy. I just feel like so grateful that there's somewhere that I feel so connected to and so aligned with. And a few months ago, when I first found out about it, I had this super strong pull to it, and honestly, for me, it just makes complete sense now. So
she's using a lot of language here surrounding how she's been a leader and a mentor and how she just can't imagine a life without pouring into women, which, by the way, ew, can we please leave that phrase in 2021 where it belongs? It's getting old and it grosses us out, thanks. But she's citing that longing to help and support other women is her justification as to why she has to move to a different MLM. She's going over to Olive Tree People, also known as Oliveda. This name might ring a bell because a lot of Mon8 reps are currently jumping to this MLM as well, because they've got their own dramas in their own company, which I have an entire over hour-long video about that if you want to check it out. But let's be honest with ourselves here, it's not about the desire to help and support people. It's that basically your entire income just evaporated into thin air and you need to find a new job. And that's fine. It's understandable to feel panicked about where your paychecks are going to come from now and to feel the need to do something about it. But I'm disheartened to see that instead of learning the lesson about the MLM industry and how it can burn you, she's just moving right along to the next MLM. Who's to say that Olive Tree People is going to be any more stable? Who's to say that they're not going to get rid of their MLM model in a few years too? In fact, Olive Tree People did not used to be an MLM. That's a very recent thing, actually. What if they run with the MLM business model for a few years and it's not as lucrative as they thought? Or they find out that the association with an MLM business model is kind of tarnishing their reputation and people aren't wanting to buy from them because of that. And then they decide to revert back to the retail model they were doing before. It's just so unpredictable and unstable, and the last thing I would recommend somebody do when their MLM crumbles is to jump to another MLM. Like, did you not learn your lesson? And then there's other reps from the top of SEINT who are choosing different routes. Here's one who posted a similar "I just found out the news and here's how I'm dealing with it" kind of video.
Good morning. I am digesting this as my normal life, my new reality, and it's my goal to really lean into the silver lining. Clearly still emotional. So today I'm going to do a little bit of journaling, which I never do, but to be a version of myself that I need to be, I need to do things I've never done. Go on a walk, and I need to refilm my workshop. I'm gonna work on some social media things for my husband. Work on not doing this. One thing I know about when you want to create something that is magical or new reality, I know you have to get excited about it. You have to be able to feel the magic of what that new life is gonna feel like. And so I need to get there.
Obviously upset, obviously distraught, trying to figure out what's next for her. And a few days later, she made another post that she was going to be launching her own coaching business, saying, "I'm happy to announce one-on-one coaching and a mentorship catered towards social sellers who want to kick ass in content creation coming in August." If I had a nickel for every time somebody at the top of an MLM company started coaching or mentoring other people in the industry on how to be successful, I would be making more money than they did at the top of their MLMs. If you're not going to move to a different MLM, which it doesn't look like she has yet, then this is the next best option. Make money off of other people in the industry that are struggling. That's what this is. There's a huge market of people in this industry that are struggling to make money because most people make nothing at all. So in my opinion, these coaching businesses are just another way to exploit the people below you by claiming that you can sell them your secrets to success. Here's the secret to making money in an MLM. Recruit the most people possible. That's it. There you go. I just saved you however many hundreds of dollars she's going to charge people to be coached by her. There is no secret to success in an MLM. It's a numbers game. Whoever has the biggest downline wins. These courses and master classes and coaching businesses are such a scam in my eyes. And similar to what I said about moving to a different MLM, this kind of shift feels ironic because why would you want to help people be successful in an industry that just burned you? If I were you, I'd be saying toodaloo to MLMs altogether. Why are you still here? Why are you still trying to make this work? And kind of in the same vein, here's another interesting phenomenon. There's a woman named Jenny Peterson, who was a top rep in a different MLM company called Unique, and she found herself in a similar situation when she was terminated a number of years ago and she wasn't sure where to go next. Now she has founded her own MLM company called You that sells supplements. They appear to position themselves as somewhat of an affiliate program, but reps make up to 30% commission on their own sales plus 5% commission off the sales of the reps they bring into the program. So to me, that's still an MLM. And this is all relevant because the day after SEINT's announcement, Jenny made her own post saying, "My heart goes out to those who got the rug ripped out from underneath them. I know what this feels like. Something similar happened to me a couple years ago. Seeing all the tears, pain, and fear in my newsfeed reminded me of why I started my business in the first place. I wanted to create a company where women are seen, heard, recognized, appreciated, compensated, and celebrated. I knew as a company, if we treated our affiliates like they are the most important part of our business because they are, our company would thrive. Our company has experienced 500% growth year over year and it's not slowing down. We've paid out over $7 million in affiliate commissions in the last 12 months alone. Our affiliate program is not like anything you've ever seen or experienced before because it was made by an affiliate for an affiliate. I know you're probably getting recruited by every company out there. I know your inbox is probably insane. I also know you're probably feeling completely overwhelmed. I just wanted to remind you, God has you. He loves you and he knows you. He will not leave you comfortless. I will pray for you, my friend." Personally, as a viewer of this, I take this to mean, hey, all you SEINT reps out there who just got screwed over, let me present you with the opportunity to come and join my company where the grass is greener. Using other people's loss to her advantage. It feels very gross to me, but that's the name of the game in the network marketing industry. When one opportunity dries up, you move on to the next best thing, and hopefully you make that shift at the perfect time to be able to recruit enough unsuspecting people who haven't heard about the company yet so that you can make decent money at the top. The melodramatic videos do not stop coming though. Here's one that says, "POV, reapplying the eye cream you've cried off 3 times because you're finally accepting that this is the end of a dream come true." Her caption and hashtags have a lot to do with leaning on God in this time of struggle, and somebody commented, "Seeing all these MLM huns crying but still putting on the makeup and making videos about how it's God's plan is wild." And I agree, it is wild. This was not God's plan. This was likely Kara Brooks' plan, the CEO and founder of SEINT. This is a carefully crafted business decision. There's people on the back end who are seeing that if we drop the MLM model, we might have a chance at making more money. That's all this is as a business, right? And people in the comments are just fed up. They're like, dude, what are you still doing promoting this company? They've hurt you. You don't owe them anything. Move on. And another video I saw with some super rough comments was this one. It's really dimly lit, but it says, "When the company you've been loyal to for 5.5 years changes everything, but you still have to put on their product and get to work." People in the comments are not holding back. They are brutal. This person says, "It's actually a great move by SEINT. Down with the MLM business model and unethical boss babes that cry about not being able to lie to and scam people. Ah, so we're finally admitting y'all don't own your own businesses. Oh no, you're not going to be able to take advantage of other people anymore using an MLM to ruin lives. Poor thing." Like, sheesh. I mean, I can understand this perspective. It's kind of like, oh bummer, you don't get to make money off of other people's efforts anymore. How sad. It's a tough position because on one hand, you want to extend sympathy for the fact that they're going through an existential crisis, but also they chose to sign up for the MLM. They chose to engage in this behavior that can be seen as unethical. So it can also feel like a "you had it coming, I told you so" kind of thing. I have one more clip to show you, and I have to say she is being the most honest about exactly why she's upset. So I commend her for that. So far we've seen people be like, "I'm just so heartbroken because I can't serve or pour into women anymore. And whatever will I do if I can't be a leader?" But this one feels a lot more authentic.
Hi guys, gonna try my best not to cry, which isn't going well, but yeah, SEINT dropped some news on us last night. Basically they are dissolving the artist program October 1st, meaning it's switching from artist program to affiliate link, which is all fine and dandy, except for I have a very small customer base and I don't know if I will be able to keep up with the sales quota that they are putting in place. So that being said, thank you to those who have reached out. I love you. I will try my best to get back to you. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet because this company, the makeup, the program literally has my heart. Like, it has literally changed my life. I would not be the person I am today without it. So I'm heartbroken, if you can't fucking tell. Anyway, sure, my customer, this doesn't really change much for you. Like I said, I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. You'll still be able to buy the makeup, whether it's going to be from me or from someone else on my team. I don't know yet, but I'll let you know. I won't leave you hanging. I love you guys so freaking much. Thank you to those who have supported me in any sort of way. I literally love you.
She's pretty explicit in saying that she's heartbroken because, quote, I have a very small customer base and I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with the sales quotas. Absolutely. Sales quotas are a lot easier to hit if you're all working together as a team and other people's sales count towards your quotas. That's not the case anymore. It's every woman for themselves now, and those who have small personal customer bases are going to feel the effects of this change a lot stronger. In my opinion, it appears, based on what I've seen on social media, that SEINT makeup is not the best quality. I have yet to see somebody apply it in a way that looks flattering or simple. I do usually blur people's faces in my videos, but I'm gonna make an exception just right here so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. It's hard to see people's makeup if you can't see their faces. So the faces are not gonna be blurred in this section of this video, but please know I'm not trying to single them out in any kind of way. Because all the makeup is cream based, that means that you've got to go in with either your fingers or a brush and essentially drag this product all over your face. It looks incredibly difficult to blend. It looks like it's settling into the fine lines and creases a lot. This looks like that waxy face paint makeup you buy at Spirit Halloween. I also feel like I never see anybody using the most flattering shade, so that doesn't make me feel very confident as a customer that they would know how to consult me and that they would know what shades to recommend to me. You see these ladies painting their faces with a million different colors in these crazy patterns and then using the same brush to muddle it all together. It just looks really difficult to do for not that great of a result, quite frankly. And if it does look like a smooth result, it's usually because they've used some kind of facial Instagram filter when filming these tutorials. And the reason I'm bringing any of this up is because I worry that this makeup is a really hard sell. Granted, I've never tried it for myself, but that's kind of the point. I, as a potential customer who has seen these videos on social media, would actively choose to not spend money on it. The makeup doesn't look that great and it's extremely expensive when you break it down to the price per gram of product that you get. I've done this math in previous videos, but SEINT makeup is approximately 20% more expensive than even the high-end makeup brands that you would buy at like Sephora or Ulta, which would then make them like 3 to 4 times as expensive as drugstore brands. You just have to wonder who's actually buying this stuff outside the company's own salespeople, and how lucrative does just selling the product really have the potential to be? Think about how many customers you would need to have to maintain the same level of income you had when you built a team. If you're at the top of the company and you want to continue making close to $1 million in that year at a 45% commission rate because you're at the top rank of the company, you would need to sell close to $2.25 million worth of product in a year. How many customers would you need to sell $2.25 million worth of product? Well, if each customer spends $500 on product in a year, that's 4,500 customers. If each customer spends $250 on product in a year, that's 9,000 customers. And finally, if each customer spends $100 on product in a year, then that's 22,500 customers to maintain the same level of income. These numbers are extremely unreasonable for the average person to achieve. I think we can all agree on that. Therefore, I think it's safe to say that the people at the top of this pyramid-shaped compensation plan are going to suffer financially as a result of the business structure changing, and that's proving to be very upsetting to them, as we've already seen. There are many lessons in this story, a lot of them we've already touched on, but just to drive them home again, when you join an MLM, you are not in charge of anything on the business side. This is the prime example of how MLM reps are not truly business owners. They're not really bosses of anything. If you were the boss or the owner, then your future wouldn't be at the mercy of an email notice that your company's going in a different direction. That's the second lesson, that people in MLMs currently, or those who are thinking of joining an MLM, should be fully aware of the risk you're taking that your income could be ripped away from you at any moment. I would of course advise that you don't join an MLM at all, period, but if you do, please consider not relying on the income that you make from your MLM for any of your living expenses. And please ensure that you have alternate, more stable sources of income. Because what we're seeing happen here are the top reps in SEINT and RODAN and Fields succumbing to lifestyle inflation. They've built gigantic teams, they've made hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars, and they've inflated their lifestyles to reflect this increase in income. That could be bigger, nicer houses, new cars, fancy vacations, higher end clothing. They have likely grown accustomed to a lifestyle that this kind of income could support, and now it can't. Poof, gone. MLM should not be relied upon as your sole income for your new fancy expensive lifestyle. That's very risky. And And the third lesson is that this is essentially exhibit A of how MLMs can potentially operate as money-making schemes. We're seeing firsthand how you don't make real good money unless you recruit people and build a team. If most of the money was made through personal sales, we would not be seeing countless videos of SEINT artists crying and being so distraught like their life is over once the recruitment incentive disappears. They're only upset about this because they make more money off of their team than they do off of their own sales. And to me, that is evidence as how MLMs can operate as recruitment-based money-making schemes. Many SEINT artists are now feeling forced to jump to a different company that does have a recruitment-based compensation plan because the income from their SEINT sales alone is not enough to support them anymore. In short, the reactions that we're seeing from these reps in the aftermath of this announcement tells us a lot about where the earning potential lies in MLM companies. It confirms what we already know to be true, that everything hinges on recruitment, which is incredibly problematic. And on that note, that's everything I have for you for this video today. I am so happy to see that these companies are moving in a different direction away from the MLM model. My heart does go out to people who are in the midst of this panic and trying to figure out what's next for them. But I think this is really good for the anti-MLM movement. This is sending a message to all other distributors of all different companies what can happen, what's at stake, what you are risking by being a part of an MLM. And it almost feels as if everybody from all these different companies are sort of wondering, like on the edge of their seat, am I next? Is my company going down next? Do I need to be making other arrangements? The fact that we have two companies making the same announcement within a 2-week span of each other is sending ripple effects throughout the industry. And I think it's sending the message loud and clear that maybe these things aren't so stable. Maybe we should be doing something else for our income. Maybe I should quit. Maybe I should get out. Maybe I shouldn't join. And that is a huge win for the anti-MLM movement. So I love to see it. That's it for today's video. I'm going to keep a watchful eye out there and see what other companies are dropping like flies, and I will report back. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in my next one real soon.